The next one that we'll look into is called SingleThreadPool. And like the name suggests, this one has just one worker thread throughout the life cycle, and it is as if creating a fixed amount of threads using the value 1. So it has just one worker thread throughout the life cycle. So this is same as invoking fixed thread pool using the parameter 1. So let's say you submit a task to the pool. So if the worker thread is idle, it will pick up your submitted task and it will complete the execution. If the worker thread is busy, then your task could be queued, and as soon as the worker thread is available, it will again pick up your task. Important thing to also remember is that like I said, as soon as you complete your activity, as soon as the worker thread completes its activity, it will be assigned back to the pool and available for execution of the next activity. So one common question is, what happens when you encounter an exception right while running the task? Now if there is an exception while running the task, the worker thread will be replaced by a new worker thread. So now I'll talk about single thread executors. And so we'll create a class called single thread executor example, and like I mentioned, this gives me one worker thread. So let's do that. So inside public static void main, I'll say ExecutorService executor and equal to executors dot new single thread executor, and this gives me one worker. So if I submit like 2 tasks or 5 tasks, each of those will be executed sequentially by a single worker. So I'll say executor dot submit, and I'll create some anonymous threads here. So I'll just print out the task ID, and I'll just say task 1 started, and I'll slip the thread for some time, and then I'll say task 1 completed, and similarly I'll do it for task 2. So I'm sleeping it for 2 seconds, and then I'll say task 1 completed. So I'm slipping the thread just to simulate some real world behavior. So when you have some actual work, thread is going to take some time, right? So that's what I'm trying to simulate here. And I'll submit another task similar to this. I'll just call that as task 2. So I'm just going to change my print statements. Also need to shut down the executor. So I'll say executor.shutdown. So let's run and see the output. So if you see, task 1 started, task 1 completed, task 2 started, task 2 completed. So even if you create like 5 more tasks and submit it to this executor, it is going to be executed in serial one after other. And you saw that while task 1 was blocked, task 2 did not start because it was using a single worker in the single thread executor service. So that's all as part of this.
Thank you for watching this tutorial. I will see you in the next video. You can put your questions in the comments below.